Hello guys, this is Abhishek Manjani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So this video is regarding competitive programming. To begin with, what is competitive programming? Competitive programming basically means when you make use of your data structures, problem solving abilities and logics in order to solve the problems while participating in a contest. This is the feeling when you develop the competitiveness from within, when you want to stay at the top of the leaderboard, when you see your name going up and down while participating in a contest. This is what competitive programming really means. The next question is why to do competitive programming? There are two basic reasons. First, it is super fun and super exciting. I really enjoy doing competitive programming. Second, it helps us in building our logics and problem solving abilities. It helps us to master the data structures and algorithms and use them while solving problems. This in turn helps us in interview preparation. So the next thing is how to enter the world of competitive programming. So the first basic step is to master any one of the programming language. You can choose any one of the language like C++, Java or Python. Usually C++ is the most used language for competitive programming. HackerRank offers some of the best resources you can use for learning any one of the programming language. It gives you tutorials along with the problems you can solve and learn from them. The next step is to get a good grip over data structures and algorithms. These are the things that are used in order to solve the problems while participating in the contest. You can refer to sites like HackerEarth. HackerEarth offers one of the best tutorials you can use in order to learn data structures and algorithms. These tutorials are sorted in 4 different categories like machine learning, data structures, algorithms, and maths. This will help you in understanding data structures like trees, graphs, arrays, queues, tags, linked lists, etc., and algorithms like searching, sorting, greedy, graphs, string algorithms, dynamic programming, etc. The problems are grouped according to their categories, and you may solve some of the problems once you are clear with the tutorial for a better understanding of the topic. I will advise you to solve around 200 to 300 problems on HackerEarth. This will help you get a taste of what competitive programming really is and what type of problems you will actually see when you are participating in a contest. Once you are done with the prerequisites and have a good grip over data structures and algorithms, the next step is to test your logics and problem solving by participating in a contest. So there are two basic types of contests that you may see. One is the short contest, another is the long contest. The short contest is around 1.5 to 5 hours contest, whereas a long contest lasts for 7 to 10 days. Short contest is a place where you can see how fast you can solve a given problem, how fast you can make use of your data structures, understand the problem, grab the idea of the problem, and solve it faster than others. Whereas long contest comprises of one of the finest set of problems which you think for days in order to reach to the final solution. For participating in short contests, you may go through sites like HackerEarth, Codeforces, and CodeChef. HackerEarth offers a monthly easy series that you may participate in. Codeforces offers frequent short contests, whereas CodeChef offers monthly cook-off and lunchtime challenges. For long challenges, you may participate in 10-day long CodeChef challenge or 7-day long HackerEarth challenge. I will advise you to participate in as many contests as possible. Participate in all the short challenges and long challenges that you see. You will get to learn a lot while participating in these contests. You will be surprised to see how the data structures can be molded into a problem and you will feel the pressure of leaderboard, the ranks, the ratings, etc., which you will really enjoy. Now let's discuss about a problem that most of the programmers face when they enter the world of competitive programming. The problem is there is a point when they are bored of competitive programming. When they see that they are not improving, that their ranks are not improving, that their rating is constant and they are not able to grow. So what I advise is competitive programming is a journey. It is a process. It is not a single day thing. It is not a monthly thing, but it is a process. You will grow eventually. You will learn from each and every mistake that you will make. So never give up on competitive programming. If you are able to solve 2 problems in a contest, then do see the editorial for the third problem. Even if you are able to solve all the problems during the contest, do see the submissions of some of the highest rankers. This will help you know about the optimizations they are using because of which they are the highest ranker, because of which they are able to solve the problem faster than you. Every contest is a new experience. There may be contests where you are able to secure the first rank, whereas there may be contests where you are not able to solve even a single problem. The key is to learn from each and every mistake. You can see the rating curves of any of the coders. There will always be ups and downs in their ratings. There will be days when they are able to perform at their best, whereas there will be days when they are not able to perform so well. So if you are tired or bored of competitive programming, then take a break, but never quit on competitive programming. It is something that you must enjoy and should not be forced on you. So the trick is to never give up on competitive programming. Participate in as many contests as possible. You will learn from each and every contest you appear for. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and do let me know if you have any doubts in the comment section below.